We are about to be live on here. And, oh shit. So we're going to be live right here and on here. Okay, yeah, I'm ready now. Let me make sure I put y'all in here so y'all can be. Okay, so yeah, this is the number 32 pattern. Wait, I gotta pull this up. Pull this up and then point it down. Okay. So yeah, I'm only using this fabric because this was a fabric that I had ordered that messed up. So I just want y'all to kind of see what it looked like. Let me see. But you already know you can use anything with it. Let me see. Let me put y'all right here. Oh, yeah, be better. Better? So with this pattern, we're gonna mainly use a serger. If you don't have a serger, it is totally fine. You can go over your stuff multiple times with a sewing machine, okay? So let's go ahead and cut some of this off because this is too much fabric on here. And y'all, I'm gonna post the after to where y'all can see the after if you decide not to stay. It will also be a YouTube tutorial on YouTube, so you'll be able to see it on YouTube as well. I hope everybody's doing great. Yeah, I have Instagram live on as well. I gotta put some lotion on so y'all won't talk about my hands. I have Instagram live going and I have YouTube going. So I'm doing the behind the scenes. This is the behind the scenes for YouTube. But I will have the full tutorial. Wait a minute, let me close this. Yeah, I will have the full tutorial on YouTube, but I'm gonna do it live right now too, to where y'all see that part. So whatever you miss, it is okay. It will be a full step-by-step tutorial, okay? So right now we're using this fabric. This is the fabric that is custom from one of my vendors that I have, you guys, to where if y'all want your own branding on your fabric, I have a vendor for that. You can make the fabric say whatever you want it to say. So we're going to go ahead and cut some of this fabric off because it's extremely too much fabric. So we know the length. Let me see. The length is this long. So let me go ahead. Huh? Yeah, I'm doing a tutorial.
Oh, I just you closed yourself in, so I thought something.
Oh, you know I don't never close myself in. Okay. So let's get rid of this fabric. Okay. Here we go. This is our pattern, like I told y'all. Pattern number 32. So the first thing I'm gonna do is scoot all of this stuff out the way. I'm gonna cut off all my ugly stuff. I think this is a better angle. Wait a minute, I'm gonna have to go up and pull you out there so y'all can see. Okay, there we go. Let me see. Okay. So the first thing you're gonna do is cut off all your ugly stuff. How y'all doing today? How's everybody doing? So I'm gonna show you. Let me move this real fast because it ain't plugged up, so to give me more room. Okay. So we cut this ugly piece off, and I'm only gonna cut this side because I know I'm not gonna need that much. So because I'm using a fabric with words on it, I want to make sure my words go straight across. So when I go to place the pattern on there, the words are going straight across, okay? Okay, you see it? So I know my pattern is wider, so I'm gonna do it like that. Okay. Now, here's my pattern. Here's the original pattern, right? You're gonna start from the bottom of your fabric or the top of your fabric. When you start from the bottom or the top of your fabric, you're just saving yourself fabric to where you're not starting in the middle and you mess your fabric up. Meaning you just have a whole bunch of cut spaces. So here goes the pattern, right? I don't want it as big. I don't want it as big, right? So what I'm gonna do is, let me show y'all. So here go the pattern. Like I said, this is the original pattern. First, I'm going to cut this because I don't want it that big. So I'm just gonna cut out the square or the rectangle around my pattern so I can detach it from the rest of my fabric, if that makes sense. So I'm off my board. That's the only reason why I'm using scissors. Once I touch my board, then I can use my rotary cutter. Y'all got it? So look. So I'm going to detach all of this because we no longer need this right now. Okay? So I'm going to put it right here. Now, because I don't want... Wait a minute. Let me clear off this just a little bit. Because this is a disaster. Yeah, I got stuff everywhere. So I did put myself out of the kitchen, though. So, yeah, I am out of the kitchen. That was one of my goals, to get out of my kitchen. I've been in my kitchen for 2 years. So, I can pull this down now to where to be on the board. Okay, so now we're on the board. We still got a mess over here, but we are on the board. Okay. So, like I said, I do not want it this big. So, on my patterns, I don't know about nobody else's patterns, y'all. On my patterns, if my patterns have this on it, that means you fold. So, it'll say fold line. That means you fold your fabric exactly the same way, okay? You see how it has it on it? Now, let's move these off. Let's say I need this dress bigger for a bigger person. I'm going to scoot up to add the extra space in there. And then when I go cut it, I'm going to cut around it. Does that make sense? Yes, no? Does it make sense, y'all? Yes, no? Now, if you want it smaller, we're going to go in on the fold. You see how we're going in on the fold? So we cutting off a lot of that extra that is right here. So look, we're going to put this down. Now, you see how this part is off the fabric? It's because we're going in on it. We're making it smaller. So one, I'm going to go straight across and make it even right here. Okay. So now we're going to go around the outline. And make sure any patterns you buy from me, you make a copy of your pattern. Because if you don't make a copy of your pattern and you're not used to cutting patterns, you're going to cut it. Even if you're used to cutting patterns, you still can cut it sometimes. I still cut stuff. Look. So look. Y'all see that I did that part, right? Remove my cans. Right? So now look. Look how much smaller my dress is. But if I put this over top of it, it's way bigger. Does that make sense? Look. Let me show y'all how I slimmed it down. Look. You see how I went in on the fold to make it smaller? Yes, no, do y'all see it? Are y'all following along? You see how it's smaller than the pattern? Okay, so now, because it's smaller than the pattern, we're gonna need a back side. So we can use this for the front or the back, whatever you wanna do. But we're no longer gonna use this pattern because I made it smaller. So now this pattern won't be exactly even. So what we're gonna do is use our piece. So now our piece becomes our pattern, okay? So now we can either, I want to chop it up. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I really want to chop it up. I want to make like, I'm gonna chop it up. I gotta chop it up. I think it will be only right. I think it's gonna be so plain if I just make it like just solid. Okay, we chopping this up. Okay, so now here go our other piece of fabric, right? We're gonna make sure our words is still going the same way. Remember I told y'all? So what I would suggest doing, if you're using the same material, I would suggest turning it inside out. Turn in the piece that you already cut inside out, so it won't look like exactly the same fabric that you're using again, right? So now we use our other piece of our fabric because we're going to need a back piece or a front piece, whichever way you choose to do, front or back, right? So now we're going to fold it over. We're going to get our piece that we already cut. Yeah, I took an energy drink. That's the only reason why I'm up. But I knew I hadn't posted, so I had to post. So we make sure our piece is lined up correctly before we do our fold. Like this needs to be brought back because our dress is smaller. So we'll be wasting extra fabric. Let's pull it back some. Oh shit, sorry. Make sure your fabric is straightened. If you're before you do it, make sure it's straightened. And like I said, if you're using fabric with words, make sure your words are going directly across. If not, your words are going to go up and down. You do not want something to where your words go up and down. Hey, so this is our dress right here. So we turned it inside out so we won't get the colors mixed up. So we're going to lay it directly at the bottom. Remember how I was telling y'all, lay it directly at the bottom. Put your can on top of it. These are just regular cans that I wrapped, y'all. Nothing special. So now, you see how we got it? So now, cut around it. Before you cut it out, cut around it so you detach it from the rest of your fabric. Y'all, we also have sewing classes in person and virtual. We're located in Charlotte, North Carolina. We now offer digital patterns as well. Right now we have 0 through 10. This week coming, we will have 0 through 30. They will be in order by number. So every week we'll have another 10 patterns to where if you order right now and give me your email, as soon as the payment come through, you can print it out right now at home. And you can start making it right now. All you need is a regular printer and printing paper. Y'all, we have deals every single day in our story on Instagram. We also have a private Facebook group called Hidden Agenda Sewing Family. You can come there and post all your items that you make and sell them there. So now we cut it out. Are y'all following along with me so far? Okay. So now here go our 2 pieces. First thing that we do is, well, I'm chopping this up. I want to chop this up. So we take our 1 piece. This is going to be our back piece. So I'm going to keep this for our back piece. This is going to be our front piece. Y'all see the dress? Well, wait a minute. Let me make it even at the bottom. Okay. So I'm going to let y'all see the dress. You see the dress? Here, wait. Redo it. Y'all see the dress? You see the dress? Before we cut it? Before we do anything? Do y'all see the dress? Okay. So now, because I want to chop this up, because I don't really like this material. Let me readjust y'all. Okay. So they're going to dress. It look big because I got y'all up so close. But it's not big at all. Are y'all following me over here? So let's say we wanted a V-neck, right? We would then fold our dress evenly on each side, right? We want a V-neck. So we're going to fold it on each side like this. Line it up. Make sure y'all line it up. If you don't line it up, it's going to be crooked. Okay, so y'all see it? So now we're going to hold our cans in place. And what you would do is, this is your shoulder part right here. Let me see. I'm trying to rig up some stuff so we can have some light, y'all. Don't judge me. We're trying to make sure we got light over here so y'all can see me. If y'all don't see what's going on, they can see it on YouTube. Y'all can't see it. Trying to get light. Okay. So, this is the shoulder part right here at the top. Let me move the can so y'all can see me. Let me move the cans. Okay. So right here is the shoulder part. Right here is the arm part. Right here is the side from where your breast is going down. Right here is your hip. Right here is the bottom. So like I said, we're going to hold it in place. And we're going to hold it in on the outline. And like I told y'all, this will have a tutorial to it, okay? So we're going to go from the shoulder because I want it to be a V-neck. We're going to go from the shoulder and come down as deep as we want it. You see it? So now, we came down. Now look at it. You see the V-neck of the dress? So now this V-neck. Y'all see it? So I want this whole bottom yellow. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I don't know. That's the only thing that's right here that's real close. So I'm going to make it yellow. So here go yellow. So what I'm going to do, whatever piece I want yellow, I'm going to cut from here. So I want, like I told you, anytime you're cutting something, you want to fold it in half. So it will be even on both sides. If you go straight across, a lot of times it won't be even. So I know at the bottom part is like by her legs. So I know like this is close to her twat. So I'm not going to do this part close to her twat. So I'm going to do like right here. Wait a minute, let me even it out. Okay. So I'm going to go right here. Right? So now I took this part off. I have this part right here that I want yellow. So now I'm getting ready to get whatever color that you wanted or whatever fabric you wanted. I just thought this would be so plain with this fabric because this fabric is weird. So I'm just going to cut a piece of yellow off. Right? I'm going to cut off all the ugly part. Like I said, we're using a serger for this. You don't have to have a serger. You can just go over it multiple times with your sewing machine. Thank you. Y'all, if y'all need this pattern, you can get it now. And you can make this dress tomorrow. Okay, we cut it off, right? So now, we're going to fold our new piece. We folded our new piece. We're going to take the piece that we cut out and place it. You see it? Oh, it was literally right on point. So you see our new piece? So now we're going to sit something on the can. We're going to go straight across and straight down to detach it from the other part of the material. Now it's detached. Now we could cut it out. Which it ain't that much to cut out, but you know what I mean. Right? So now we take this piece that we no longer want and we put it anywhere. So now let me show y'all what the dress is going to look like so far. We already did the V in the front. Now we do the yellow at the bottom. You see it? Can y'all see where we're going with this thing? And you can cut it up and make it a puzzle all day, baby. All day. You can do whatever you want to do with it, okay? But I think this is good enough. I think this is not too busy because it has multicolor in it. And I just went ahead and just added that yellow right there. You see what I'm saying? So now this is going to be my front piece. This is my back piece. Okay? So we're going to get rid of these two. We got it? Here go the back. I already have trim, so I don't have to make the trim. So now we're going to get the serger. Let me show you. Oh. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. So we got the serger. So wait 1 second, y'all. 1 second. I gotta charge the phone up this way. Oh wait, don't go there. Okay. Better? Y'all good? Everybody good? Keep going or stop? Just go ahead and end it right here. And just give y'all a teaser for the night or keep going. What y'all want to do it? Y'all better respond. I'm going to end all of this. It's just interaction, baby. Make this just a teaser. Or keep going. Okay. Keep going. Okay. Okay. Okay, so now this is our back piece. This was our back piece. So what we do is we fold our back piece shiny to shiny. Does that make sense? Shiny to shiny. So inside out. You're going to line it up. This is the back piece of your dress. Okay? What's wrong with the phone? Yeah, I might have to log out and log back in on my phone. Let me see what's going on. I don't know what's going on with the phone. Wait a minute. 1 second, YouTube. Okay. So you line it up. Make sure your lines is together. Make sure your points are together. I don't know what happened to my Instagram. Put it up underneath the serger. When you first start with your back, I'm sorry, y'all, I don't know what happened with the phone. When you first start with the back on your serger, you have to line your pieces up. If your pieces are not lined up, like I will start it. All I do is hold my points. I start it. I started a little bit so it won't move, right? So I do it in sections. So I line up my arm pieces, then here go my arm pieces. I hold directly across from it so it stay lined up, right? As I come up to that, then now I'm shifting from my arm pieces to another section. But I'm making sure my dress is lined up the entire way down. I'm not just speeding through here. I'm making sure it stay aligned. So my other hand is directly across. And I'm just doing it all the way down to make sure it lines up. So it won't be lopsided. Now I can hold all the way at the bottom. I can hold all the way at the bottom and make sure it don't move, and now I can go straight down. So now what this does is give me the seam in the back of the dress. The seam in the back of the dress is to prevent it from being gapped. You see it? So it won't have no gap in it. So now, this is the back piece. Remember, we're going to move that. So now we need to attach our yellow, which is the bottom part. Here go the bottom of our dress. We're going to lay our dress out. When you lay it out, we're going to take our piece that we added, that we chopped up. We're going to lay it right here beside it. I don't know if y'all can see it. We're going to lay it right here beside it. But we're going to, now mind you, this is the shiny. This is the outside. All right? So we're going to flip our piece forward. We're going to flip it forward onto the dress. So once we flip it forward, we then take one corner. You see the corner? We put it up underneath the sewing machine. Well, the sewing machine or the serger. You hold it in place on the edge to make sure it lines up. Once you do that, then you hold the other piece at the end to where it has to line up. If it don't line up, y'all gonna have a crooked dress, okay? And don't say I taught y'all how to make no crooked dress. Now, the entire time, you have to make sure the yellow and the white is lined up. If the yellow and the white is not lined up, it's gonna cause a hole. So if you don't stitch it, it's gonna be a hole in it, okay? So now, the entire time, line the yellow on top of the white. Take your time. It's no rush. You want quality. Okay, look. So just make sure it stay on top of it and make sure it's catching both of them. And like I told you, you can make this dress without a serger. You don't have to have a serger. Is it better to use a serger? Yes. But if you don't have a serger, it's totally understandable. I didn't have a serger for years, honey. Okay, so when it gets to the bottom piece, we just gonna let it do what it do. Even though I got a serger and it stitches 4 times per stitch, I still like to go over everything at least twice. So we're gonna go over it one more time. Oh, snipes. I'm trying to do it fast. Okay. So let me show y'all what happened. Because it did happen. Look. And it's good that it happened because y'all can see it. You see how this part is lined up to the edge? But look over here. This part is not lined up to the edge. This can happen when you don't hold it. But I know how to fix it. Okay? So now whenever we open it up, y'all see it? Now when we open it up, this is the bottom of our dress. So then lay your dress out. When you lay your dress out, you're going to now put the front and the back together. I would say start from the arm part. Your arms are right here. You line it up together. You line your points up. I would definitely say start from up underneath the arms. Put them both together on top of each other. Start it just a little bit. If you're not using pins. If you're using pins, then, you know, whatever works for you. Now, I'm going to hold the bottom part so it's not lopsided. When I hold this bottom part, I'm holding it the entire time, okay? I'm not letting the bottom part go because I don't want my dress like that. So you have to hold the bottom the entire time, okay? And then you line up both pieces under the machine and you stitch them. But don't let this part go. Or you're gonna have a crooked dress that you're trying to sell. Somebody gonna be in the club with a crooked dress on. I'm like, where you get that from? So y'all see it? I'm still holding it, so it's still staying in the line. Look. So on this part, this is the part that I messed up on, y'all. Remember when I told y'all to hold it? It didn't line up correctly. So let me show y'all what a serger does. Let me bring you closer. Let me bring you closer. Okay, I think that's closer. Okay, I can't bring you up. You silly. So look, I'm lining it up. So now with a serger would even it and make it right anyway. So I'll put this little piece over so my blade can cut it off. So my blade just chopped it off. But you have to hold this bottom. I promise y'all gonna have a crooked dress. You know how many crooked dresses I done made? Not knowing this? So when you hold the bottom, once you get to the bottom, with a serger, you don't want to put your finger too close to it because your finger will be on the other side. And I need my finger. So now, look. So this is the first way around. Y'all already know we have to go over it twice, okay? And this is only just the one side from up underneath your underarm where I started. When you're going back over it, you want to make sure everything is flattened, y'all. If you don't make sure everything is flattened and you're using a serger, your outfit can bunch back here. And if it bunch back here, wait a minute, let me bring y'all closer to me too. Ooh, I try to nigga rig the light so we'll have a light. I gotta get my best friend to put me a better light in here. Okay, there you go. It's different outfits. You can use a serger for different things, or you can use a sewing machine. You don't have to have a serger. Like a lot of things, I don't use a serger for a bikini. I don't use a serger for a thong. I don't use a serger for a slingshot outfit. I don't use a serger for, I use a serger for like the size of my booty shorts, the size of my biker shorts, pants, leg pieces, dance bags, dresses. I will prefer a serger because it's your seams. A serger is really where your seams are. Um, it's different things. Everybody do it different. It's not a right and a wrong way. Just so y'all know that. It's not a right and a wrong way. Don't let nobody tell y'all, oh, this is the only way. No, it's not bullshit. If I had to if I only had my serger and I had to make a bikini, then I have to do what I have to do. You see what I'm saying? So you pick and choose what works for you with sewing. That's what I would suggest. Don't think that one technique is the only way of doing something. It's not. So we're going to go back over it for the second time. But like I said, when you go back over it for the second time, you want to make sure, even the first time, you want to make sure nothing is behind it. So you just touch it with your hands and make sure it's flat. Make sure it's flattened because it won't. It's four-way stretch material. And with four-way stretch material, it moves. It does what it want to do. And because I don't personally use pins, I only use pins for certain things. So I'm not pinning my material down flat so it'll stay that way. So it means I have to control and I have to monitor my material. Because look at it. Y'all see it bunching up? If I just let it go by just doing it like that, I'm going to chop all of that off. And then you're going to be mad because you done did your whole dress and it's chopped off. So this is my second way around, like I said. So because y'all already know this part, I'm gonna hurry up and go ahead and serge the other side real fast. Well, here, let's just serge the top. This is the top part by your shoulders. You line it up. Line it up point to point. Ooh. So line your points up. Point to point. Put it up underneath your foot, your needle foot, or well, your sewing foot, whatever you want to call it. That little thing right there. Hold this piece. You have to hold all your other pieces, okay? If you don't, it's gonna be crooked. It's gonna be crooked, y'all. Y'all, I extended the Valentine's Day deal on the pattern books as well. Y'all, it's only $1,500 until Sunday. You can get 101 patterns and $1,500 in vendor credit for only $1,500. Regular price is $2,500. You can't beat that. If you was to purchase 100 patterns from me, they will be $2,500 because they're $25 a piece. Like I said, we do offer digital now. We only have 0 through 10 on digital. Each week, we will have 10 new ones, and they will go in order by number, okay? If you don't see a pattern that you want, you can also send me a picture of any outfit from any designer, and I can more than likely create a pattern to it, okay? I will put my number in the description to where you will have my number. You guys, you can also contact me anytime on Instagram. You can DM me. Our Facebook group is Hidden Agenda Sewing Family. I'm sorry. And we're on TikTok as well. Okay, so let me go. That's our second way around the top part of the shoulder. And like I told y'all, we got classes. We are accepting classes. I can help y'all get started in this business. Look at what y'all getting for free. So imagine what you're going to get when you pay. Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Okay. This is the other shoulder. We're going to line it up. Let's hit it one more time. Y'all, dress is put together. We just got to go down the other side, but our dress is put together. Is TikTok. TikTok is under Hidden Agenda brand. Y'all, in our Facebook group, you can post anything that you make and you can sell it in our Facebook group. So here go our part, the other side of our dress, and our dress is done. We just got to trim it. Okay, so we got to line it up. Remember I told y'all when y'all first starting it, just start it a little bit. When you started a little bit, you got to grab all the way at the bottom to make sure it stay lined up. It's all the way at the bottom. Hold it. The entire time down, we have to make sure this stays lined up. If not, we're going to put a hole in the dress. And this is pattern number 32. It's just a simple regular body dress, y'all. You can add sleeves to it. It is a one size fit most. You can make it big or you can make it small. I did show you how to do that. So now, here go our last time around it. And we can open up the dress and I'll show y'all what the dress is looking like. It's our second way around. Y'all, dress is done. Okay. I'm getting ready to zoom y'all out so y'all can see the dress. Let's turn it inside out. Wait a minute, let's clean my mess up real fast. Okay, let me zoom y'all out so you can see the dress. Okay. There we go. So we can get rid of this sewing machine, this serger, because we don't need the serger no more. Like I told y'all, I don't use the serger for everything. So I don't trim with the serger. I only trim certain things with the serger. So we could get rid of the serger. Okay, let me get y'all out so y'all can see it. Okay, so now let's open up our dress. Let's turn it right side out. And here's our dress. Y'all see it? Oh, let me cut this. You see our dress? It's a V-neck dress. Let's do it. Let's book this class right now and I'll give you half price. If you book it right now, if y'all book any class, I'll give it to you half price. Right now. Okay, y'all see the dress? And this is without, wait a minute, let me bring you up. This is without the trim. So now we're about to trim it. You see the dress? Pull it up and direct down. Okay. You do need a sewing machine if you're doing virtual. If you're not doing virtual and you're coming to me, you do not need a sewing machine. But you have time. Right now, if you book it, you get it 50% off. And once you get all your material, then you call me and you set up your date and time. Yeah, that's Hidden Agenda brand. Once you get all your material, then you call me and you set up your date and time for your class. So you have time to go get your material. You see it? So now, what color should we do the V-neck and the sleeves? Like, what color should we do that in the bottom? What do y'all think? I only had white trim that wasn't. Let me see. Let's just use white. Because we already got white. I don't know where no colors is right now. I don't feel like looking for no colors. I'm being lazy. I definitely don't feel like looking for no colors. What color is my machine threaded? White. We're doing white. White. Yeah, I'm like, I had some white strips already cut. Okay, so we're going to do white. So we're going to move our dress. We're going to make some strips. This is going to be our trim. You guys, let me tell y'all, just being real. I'm being real with y'all. Y'all ready for this? I used to call and I used to ask people, can I buy the stuff that they put around the outfits? Because I thought it was, I thought you could buy it. I didn't know you could make it. Yeah, it was real. And I don't use fold over elastic. The reason why I don't use fold over elastic, and it's my opinion, so don't be mad about my opinion, okay, y'all? But I think it's cheesy. It's real thin. It's real light. It don't weigh a whole lot. And I'm not going to pay a whole lot of money for something that do not feel good. Does that make sense? I messed this whole little line up, y'all. That is so uneven. Yeah, but see, the learning process helps y'all to not have to go through that by me telling y'all. But it does look cheesy. Put it next to somebody that trimmed something and you will see what I'm talking about. Okay, so we got our white, we got our trim. Here go our trim. So now, like I told y'all, you don't use the serger, but everything. I don't anyway. Now, we get a trimmer. If I can find my plug. Where's my plug? Did my daughter steal my plug? Where's my plug? Well, you only have a million plugs. Okay, 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Let me get the plug. Here go plug. I'm like, well, that ain't the plug. Okay. 1 second, y'all. KK. One second, I'm coming, y'all. I gotta get the spring up. I'm gonna steal my daughter's plug. Coming with the plug. Don't you watch it on the big screen? Okay, I'm coming with the plug right now, y'all. Sorry. I went and got my daughter's plug because I don't think that plug. How much are your class? Both of them are the same price. 2 hours is $450 and you receive 5 free patterns. 4 hours is $700 and you receive 10 free patterns. 8 hours is $1,100 and you receive 15 free patterns. But like I said, I'll give you half price if you do it right now. Okay, y'all. So we got the sewing machine going. Okay. My sister lives in Charlotte, so I could make it a trip. Yep. 2 birds and 1 stone. Okay, y'all. Let me prop y'all up a little bit more. Okay. But yeah, they're both the same price, virtual or in person. I don't charge different for any way that you want to learn. Okay. Yeah, I stitch on zigzag. I only lock with straight stitch. Okay. So here we go. Oh, thank you. Okay, so here we go. So yeah, the first thing that we're going to do is trim our arms. When you're trimming your arms, do not trim too tight. Don't pull your trim too tight, because if you do, you're going to squeeze the fat part around the arms, okay? I like to start on the seams, because ain't nobody going to be looking right there. You can start up underneath the seam, which is up underneath your underarm. Like, look. Start it a little bit. When you start it a little bit, then you make sure you keep your fold together and trim. Come on, let's do it. Let's lock it in. DM me. What you want to do? 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours, the day. I have an overnight as well, to where you guys can come and stay with me and we sew all night. Well, we sew all night until 5 o'clock, because after 5 a.m., honey, I'm done. Okay? But y'all welcome to come and do a sleepover with me. We hammer in on your business. 2 hours. Okay. Just let me know how you want to pay and I'll send you the information and we can go ahead and get started. You guys, with the overnight, it's the same thing as the sleepover that had 10 people, but it is a personal one-on-one intimate sleepover with me. It's just me and you. You write down everything that you need help with. Everything question that you have in business. We make sure we go over everything you need to get your business started. Oh, thank you. And with the sleepover, you receive $500 in patterns and you receive $1,000 in vendors. So you're basically getting the sleepover and the knowledge free. Okay, so here we go, y'all. We almost back around. Whenever you get ready to get right back around where you just started at, you go a little past it and you cut it off. So detach it. So let me bring you in so y'all can see me. Okay. Is that a better angle? Can you see right there? No, I think I need to go up some more like that. So, like I said, whenever you get to the part where you're about to connect it where you started at, you go a little past it. And then you add this into your fold. This piece that you started with, you add into your fold, okay? And then we overlap it. That way nobody know where you started or where you ended. But you have to hold it together. If you don't hold it together, somebody's going to know. They're going to know. How will they know? They're going to know. So you have to hold it in place, y'all. You have to. So when you overlap it, it has to be held in place until that stitch go over it. When that stitch go over it, like you should see what I just did, y'all. I just made a mess right here. This is so ugly, but I'm gonna fix it. So that's good. It's ugly. That way y'all can see that I still mess up too. And I'll show you what happens whenever you make a mess, okay? So I made a mess. Look how hideous it is. Jesus, it didn't hit no fold. It didn't hit nothing. Look, y'all see this? Hideous. So you're going to cut your little ugly strings first, and then I'll show you how to fix it. Okay? We cut the little ugly strings. This is the way our fold is supposed to look. Y'all see the way the fold is supposed to look? Let me show you. Let me bring y'all closer. Okay. So look at what I did. I screwed it all up. Wait a minute. I got to come up a little bit more. Let me put this behind us so we have some light. Let there be light. Okay, so this is how it's supposed to be. This is where we started. This is where we ended. Right? Cut your strings. We missed all of this right here. We're going to flip it around. I never sew on the inside, okay? I only sew on the inside whenever I mess up. So, we're going to flip it around. We're going to fix our fold. And we're going to line it back up with the stitch that we did. If we line it back up with the stitch, nobody would never know that we messed it up. Does that make sense? Because we're going over the same stitch. So nobody would know that it came out. So look, let me show you. Y'all remember how hideous it looked? Right? Look. Now I'm going to show y'all. So this is the part where we connected it. Where it was the inside. How would they know? Oh, they're going to know. So this is the part where we started and we connected it, right? You then turn it sideways like this and go up and down. That way you're closing it. And then when you close it, you go back around for your second time. When you go around for your second time, this part should not be up. You want to lay it down. How will they know? They're going to know. You go around for the second time. Okay, so now, let me show y'all what it looks like. Cut off all your ugly strings. Now you're going to be the string lady. So look. And always make sure your thread matches. Because, honey, baby, your girl's thread did not always match, honey. I would have anything looking like anything because people was buying it. So I was so convinced that it didn't have to match. I'm like, they buying it. Tacky as hell. I was tacky. Don't be tacky, y'all. Make sure your thread matches your trim. So whatever color you're doing your trim, make sure your thread matches. One, it won't show your mistakes. And two, it will be clean and neat and presentable. Don't act like me. I was ratchet. Okay. So y'all already seen how I trimmed this part. So let me tell y'all how to do this V. Because that's important. So let's get a long piece of trim. I don't think that's a long piece. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do, I'm going to go ahead and do different pieces. And then I'll go back over and do the other arm because y'all already seen how to do the other arm. So we can do the bottom. Start from the edge right here, the corners. Sit your trim on it, fold over. Simple. Put it up underneath the machine. Once you put it up underneath the machine, fix your fold. Make sure your fold stays the same width the entire time. If not, it's going to look crazy. Okay, there we go. So we got it started. Let's get it started in here. Okay. So look, sit it on the fold, pull a little bit. Now at the bottom, you do want to pull more. You don't want to pull around the arms, but you do want to pull around the bottom. The reason why you want to pull around the bottom, you don't want it all saggy and loose, okay? And y'all, like I said, if you get any classes or any classes or anything right now, I'll give it to you half price. Everything but the digital patterns. That's only while I'm live. That's it. Once I end my live, once I finish this dress, everything is regular price. That's just y'all gift for being here. Oh, jeez Louise. Okay. Yeah, I'm losing my fold. We almost done at the bottom. So the bottom is trimmed. And like I said, this is pattern number 32. If y'all interested in purchasing it. It's not digital yet. It won't be digital until 2 weeks. I messed this all up, y'all. That's what I get. Okay. So y'all make sure y'all don't mess up your fold. I'm messing up my fold. Yeah, I'm messing up my fold, y'all. So how y'all feel so far? Y'all ready to make some body dresses, some club dresses? And get to this money? Every girl need a dress to go out. This is the same pattern you can use to make any club dress. You just add more to it, take more away. That's it. You have your basic pattern. Come on. Yeah. So now we're meeting back up to the part where this is where we started. So now we go a little past it. And now we're going to tuck into our new piece. Does that make sense? So we're going to put where we started into there. Fold over. When you fold over, you have to flatten it and make sure it's flat. And you have to hold it. Remember? Oh, shit. The damn thing popped out. Yeah, you got to hold it. Yeah, we almost done. We're literally almost done. We just got to trim the center and the other arm. And we're done. And then y'all going to see the outcome. I know it took a little minute. It does not take this long. But because I have to explain everything to y'all, and I can't rush, it's going to take longer, okay? And we're not focused on speed. We're focused on quality. Speed's going to come. The more you do something, the faster you get at it. So don't look at it like, oh, it took you this amount of time. You can't compare my chapter to your chapter, okay? Because you're going to miss everything if you do. You just want to understand it. Once you understand it, you'll get faster and faster. So now we're going over for the second time to flatten it. Oh, yeah, I messed this up. It's so hideous under there. I don't know what's wrong with me. But y'all can see I still mess up too. Okay, there we go. This is where I messed up at. So your fabric will twist. If it twists, pull it out. Okay, that's the part that I messed up on. So we're gonna flip it and fix it. Messed up again, y'all. Sorry. Let's give y'all time to go follow us on Instagram and on TikTok and join our group on Facebook. Yep, this is it. Look a little hideous right there, but we can fix it real fast. Put it right up underneath there. Ah! I did what I said don't do. Y'all, I did it. Look. Remember I told y'all make sure it's flat? Let me show y'all why. I just did it. I did make sure it was flat. I was looking at both of the cameras. So look. This is why I said make sure it's flat. You see what I did? You see how I stitched it together? Look. You see what I did? This is why I say make sure it's flat. You will stitch it together. Okay? So now, if this happened like it just happened with me, pop your stitch. Right in front of whatever you just stitched together. But if you're doing this with a serger, honey, you just cut your shit. Your whole outfit got a hole in it. It's over. You got to start over. Okay? So make sure nothing is behind it when you're stitching it. Okay? Okay, let me cut this and let me just do the last little part. Last little part and we're done. This is the bottom of our dress. The bottom of our dress is done. One of our sleeves are done. So now we just have to do, I'm just going to do the V-neck. So you're going to get a very long piece of trim, okay? A very long piece of trim. Like I said, I like to start from the arms or the shoulders up underneath, whatever. Oh, shit. It ain't gonna work. Oh. 1 second, y'all. Let me switch this out. 1 second. Ooh. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. So here go our V-neck. We're starting at the very top where the shoulder blade is. Fold it over. Put it up underneath there. Start it a little bit. Once you start it a little bit, then you keep your fold. Make sure your fold is right. Like me, I kept losing my fold. You're going to pull. You have to pull tight, okay? With your V, you have to pull tight, all right? You have to pull tight. You want it to hug the breast and hug the person's body, okay? You have to pull tight. Make sure your width is the same all the way down from when you started. You have to pull tight, y'all. On the V, you have to pull tight. I promise you will have a droopy little V. y'all enjoying the video so far? Did y'all learn something today? If you did, please like the video, share the video, comment and say thank you for your free knowledge, girl. So when you get right here to the point, this is the point of the V. We don't have to make it in a V yet because we're going to come back and make it a V. So you just hold it in place. You hold it in place and then you turn your dress and then you come up. So once we get done, then I'm going to show y'all how to make the V. Does that make sense? But right now we're just trimming it. We're almost at the top. Yeah, we're almost at the top. Any of y'all want this pattern right now? It could be sent out tomorrow. Tomorrow. Who's ready to make some club dresses? Some club dresses. Remember, you have to pull tight, y'all. If you don't pull tight, you're going to have a droopy dress. It has to be pulled tight around the V, okay? Okay, so now we're about to meet up with our part where we started. This is where we started at, you guys. This is where we're ending. Remember, I told you to go a little past it. When you go a little past it, as you come up to it, wait, I'm going to do a little bit more before I come up to it. Okay, so now as I'm coming up to it, I'm putting my arm through my sleeve to give me more, I don't know. But I'm sitting this inside of this new fold, and I'm folding over on top of it, directly on top of it, so it lines up together. If it don't line up together, people are going to see where you started and where you stopped. But you got to hold it in place until it gets under your machine. Oh, shit. I just done some crazy stuff. I just flattened it. Oh. I'm going to show y'all what I did, but I flattened it. I don't know what's going on with me in my fold today. And then once you end it, you turn it sideways and you go up and down to lock that area that you just ended at. And then you flip it around again and you go back over it the second time to flatten. And then we're going to make this V. And we basically done. Coming back up to where we start. Look what I did, y'all. Look what I did. I'm going to show y'all how to fix it. I'm going to flatten this part first, and then I'm going to go back. Okay, so this is the part that I messed up on. And y'all see, I still messed up, and I've been sewing forever. Okay? So look, I messed up right here. Let me show you. I'm going to show both of y'all. Look, you see where I didn't catch it? You see where I didn't catch it right there? So now what I do is, this is the inside. I put it up underneath my needle foot a little before where I didn't catch it. I line it back up with the same zigzag stitch. And now it caught it. But you can't see it if you flip it around because it's considered blinded. You can't see if it's catching it or not. We knew it didn't catch it the first time. So now we can just look at it the opposite way, but just line it back up. Okay, so now our V is done. Our V is closed. So let me show you how to turn it into a V so it's not a U. Right now it's a U. It just go like this. If you want to keep it a U, you can keep it a U. But let me show you how to make it a V. So right now, it's just a U. You see how it's just a U? Oh, well, I don't know if y'all can see it, but... You see how it's just a U? Now, what you do is you turn your dress inside out. You line it up from your tops. You line it up from right here, from here to here. Right? And that's how you make sure your V is even. You then put it up underneath your machine. And you go at an angle. Can y'all see it? Wait a minute, let me show you. You go at an angle. Let me show y'all. Let me fix my machine. Yeah, we're going to go straight stitch at an angle. Look. I would only do it one time if I was y'all. Only do it one time. Do not cut this until you do it. Because sometimes these V's are stupid. So I went at an angle. Look at how I went like this way, right? Look at how I went like this way, right? Don't cut this piece off yet until you open it up and make sure your V is straight. Does that make sense? So don't cut the extra piece off yet that's over your V until you open it up and make sure your V is even. Does that make sense? So once you know that it's even, then you can go over it multiple times. When you go over it multiple times, then you cut off all your ugly strings, right? And then once you cut off all your ugly strings, then you cut off all the extra that's past the V that you already done connected. So now you have your V. Look at your V. And just cut off your strings. So here's your V-neck. Here's your V-neck. So it's no longer crew anymore. So now turn your outfit back inside out. I mean the right way. And let me go over this real fast. Y'all already know the trim part. So let me just do this arm real fast so I can put it on the mannequin and y'all can see the finished product, okay? I'm just going to go real fast on this trim part because y'all already know all I'm doing is trimming it. Around the arm, if you didn't catch it, don't pull too hard. If you pull too hard on the trim, it's going to squeeze the fat on your arm. So if y'all missed that part on the other arm, don't squeeze too fat. Put it on zigzag. I mean, don't squeeze because it's going to, don't pull too hard because it's going to squeeze your fat. This is the last piece. The last part of the dress that wasn't done, the other sleeve. And I'm not going to go over it twice. I'm just going to fly through it real fast. Do anybody need this pattern? Anybody ready to make a body dress, a club dress? Okay, once we get to the part where we started, remember I told y'all, you just cut a little past it. And now you're going to add this piece into this piece. So now this piece is going to go into this piece. And it's going to fold directly over the top. Lined up directly over it. This is the part I've been tripping on all day. I don't know what's going on with me. I don't be tripping like that. I wonder if I'm nervous. Am I nervous? Because I done mess this up every time I do it. Yeah, I messed this up again. So now when I get to the end right there, I flip it around. I go up and down. Then I go back. I said I wasn't going to do it, but I can't help it. I got to go over it twice. Now I'm going to get the mannequin and put it on the mannequin. Then I'm going to get the mannequin. Okay. Now we're done. Time for the mannequin. Okay. Let's cut off all our strings. We can get rid of our sewing machine. Let me get rid of the sewing machine so y'all can see it. Where's the mannequin? Yeah, should we do a black? Let's do a black. Woo! Almost bust my ass. Okay. Okay, wait 1 second, y'all. Let me lean y'all back so y'all can see. Let me get y'all up. Wait a minute so y'all can see the dress. 1 second. Oh, oh. Yeah. So let's use this mannequin. Here we go. Put on the dress. Okay. So y'all see the mannequin. Y'all see the dress. And you can bring your V down as low or as high as you want. Wait a minute, let me show y'all. I'm going to show y'all first YouTube, and then I'll show y'all. So look, here go our dress. You see it? You can bring your V down as much as you want. This is the back part of our dress. Oh, I popped my knee. This is the other side of our dress. So let me know if y'all got any questions, YouTube, before I end this live. Okay, so now let me bring y'all over here so y'all can see the dress. Let me show y'all. 1 second. Okay, so here go the body dress. You can bring the V down as deep as you want. YouTube, do y'all have any questions? Here's the back of the dress. You guys, if y'all want this pattern, this is pattern number 32. It is not available digital. It is only available physical right now. It is $25. It is a how-to video on YouTube, step by step. And I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Do y'all have any questions before I end the live? I got the hiccups. Okay, I'm taking questions right now. Any questions before I end both lives? Do y'all have any questions? Any questions? YouTube, any questions? Oh, well, that ain't a good angle. No questions? So I can end the live? Can we see? Oh, no, honey, you do not want to look in here. It is terrible in here right now, baby girl. It is a disaster. Let me see about any other questions.